Last year's hugely successful first ever Dream Summer event was just the beginning. It all started with 100 undocumented and immigrant youth from across the country fulfilling a 10-week internship at different community, labor, and social justice organizations. With very little resources, the Dream Resource Center team, a project of the UCLA Labor Center, organized the very first ever Dream Summer. At the conclusion of last summer, alumni walked away having developed leadership skills and real-life work experiences in the organizing and social justice realms. All the positive outcomes from last year's experiences culminated into a bigger and better effort on behalf of the UCLA Labor Center in collaboration with the United We Dream network. This year, Dream Summer boasted 1,200 applications from amazing immigrants' rights leaders from all across the country. Ultimately, the team was able to secure 150 internship placements in 15 different states. Before the internships began, all participants traveled to Los Angeles, where they were to receive an introduction to the program, as well as training in what to expect from their host organizations. In a special twist of fate, on the second day of the retreat, on June 15th, the White House announced its plan to implement a system of deferred action for all undocumented youth who met predetermined qualifications. Needless to say, this made the retreat all the more exciting and impacting. The first retreat saw a wide variety of exercises, workshops, panels, and special guest speakers like Maria Elena Durazo, leader of the LA County Federation of Labor, Pablo Alvarado, executive director of Endelon, Reverend James Lawson, a key figure in the civil rights movement, California State Assemblyman Gil Cedillo, and Kent Wong, director of the UCLA Labor Center. Interns also had an opportunity to learn and engage in an action which took place outside of the Metropolitan Detention Center in downtown Los Angeles. Organized by Dream Team Los Angeles, this consisted of a press conference around the deferred action announcement and an action that shut down an intersection for a few hours. Undocumented youth wanted to send the message that the fight is not over and that we will not give up until all immigrants have the rights that they deserve. In addition to this year's program was the launching of the very first Queer Dream Summer. Queer undocumented youth have been and continue to be at the forefront of the immigrant youth movement. By acknowledging a shared history of discrimination, undocuqueers have begun to move from a single-issue struggle towards a multi-intersectional movement. Queer Dream Summer is an intentional partnership between undocuqueer youth leaders and the LGBTQ organizations in order to build strategic alliances between both communities in a transformational movement. One of the most unique and surprising things about this year's events was the invitation from the Children's Defense Fund inviting all of the Dream Summer interns to attend a 3-day conference in Cincinnati, Ohio, all expenses paid. Undocumented youth made a presence for the very first time in a conference like this, with an opportunity to interact and make connections with student leaders from all across the country and to educate them on the undocumented youth movement. Once the 10 weeks were over, the interns convened once more in Los Angeles for a closing retreat to debrief and evaluate the experiences in these different organizations. The ending retreat saw report backs and strategy discussions around deferred action. At the beginning of Dream Summer, deferred action had just been announced. On the weekend of the closing retreats, there were many DACA workshops and forums happening all across the nation, many organized by the Dream Summer interns as part of their internships. Workshops in this retreat included grad school presentations, as well as circle project discussions, writers and art division workshops, and social media. Before the official graduation, several guest speakers dropped by to address the interns, like Alice Home from the Asian American Pacific Islanders and Philanthropy, and Jose Antonio Vargas. With an emotional graduation, interns received a certificate and Dream Summer came to an end. Throughout the summer, interns were able to build strong bonds with each other and with local organizations that will continue beyond this internship program. Dream Summer 2012 was an amazing experience, one which we hope continues to grow and expand. Undocumented youth have been making headlines, splashes, and have been on the forefront for many of these big changes and successes these past several years, nurturing a culture of direct action and cultural intervention. And we know that the many victories that are to come will be led by Dream Summer alumni.